Okay. So, I'm going to keep it pretty simple today. Thanks for popping over, whoever comes in. Yeah, it's been interesting. Let's just to say the least. It has been interesting. As I speak to my mom, I learn a little bit more about myself, which is also just as interesting. So, I think today I feel as if I don't know, I should do some music. I should really work on those lyrics. I haven't done that. It might be a very relaxing day today, so I'm just gonna take that easy. Yeah, I'm gonna sit and work on the lyrics. I'm still having to work on the lyrics. It's clearly taken me a bit of time to assess how to go about doing this. Because, you know, the lyrics are the most difficult part when you're composing a piece. That's like the part where it could get interesting. It could get interesting. So maybe I'm going to go in and listen to the track again, and I have to work on these lyrics because I promised myself that I would actually do that. And I'm going to have to cut back on doing as much on TikTok. I think it's just too much for one person to do. I run my own thing here, and I'm also applying for jobs too, so that becomes, and you have to remember, you know, in the United States, you know, they say there are lots of jobs. There are not actually lots of jobs. There are jobs for people who are in the right field, I think, right? Or know people. Cancel, close. What happens is when you travel from different countries, it gets a little bit interesting because, you know, if you're coming in by yourself and you're not living with other people, well, I mean, I'm living with my partner, but yeah, it's a whole different story. How are you? I'm just, I feel like I need to do the lyrics today. I've tried so hard to work on them and I just can't. They're not coming to me, so I'm going to do this on a live today, if that is okay, if you don't mind. And tomorrow I have my Poshmark show. So I'm going to do my Poshmark. I'm going to test out these lyrics. I've started writing them, but they're not even close to being finished today. But if anybody has any questions on anything, I'm trying to work on this piece, but I'm still trying to figure out how this piece is going to work. And it's not a singing day for me, but I think maybe what I'll do is I'll work on the actual, let me just listen to it. Oh, welcome. How are you guys doing? Why are you asking me that? That is kind of weird. How old are you? Sounds like you're probably a younger person asking a question like that. Okay. Yeah, Alex asked a very odd question, didn't he? How are you, Mr. Funny? Angel? Okay, so if you're 33, why such an odd question? So, that's a kid question. Am I ticklish? Certainly sounds like a kid. I'm living in the United States right now. I'm living in the United States right now, but I lived in different places. I think I spoke about this the last time. My mom is South African, my dad's American, and I live in the States right now. Are you a light worker? What do you mean a light worker? Not sure what that means. Salam alaikum, yes. I do know that, sort of. Yes, more or less. Raju. Oh, you guys are so kind. Can you tell that I'm mixed? I'm pretty sure you guys can tell that I'm mixed. I have different, I think my features are a little bit different. I don't know. But I think maybe people pick up that I am mixed. I have a little bit of Asian in me, but I'm not sure. Sharath. Terry and Jenny. Nice to meet everybody. Wow, there are like a lot of people. I'm so surprised. Where is everybody coming from? Oh my gosh, lots of questions coming in. Look at this. Oh, I am mixed. My mom is mixed. I think in the last live I actually had. I am definitely mixed. Don't judge a person by the color of their skin. That's the moral of the story here, right? Everybody has mixedness. We are not, you can't really say that everybody is one identity. We have, from many, many years, we're alive today if it wasn't for our ancestors, right? And our ancestors coming from all over the world. I don't know if there's one person that is just one, right? Massive fan? No, I don't think I do. Can't say that I do. Oh, is that Hindi? Okay. Well, you mean Slamax? Wait. No, I can't say that I do that. King Cobra. Is that Thai or is that Indonesian? Indian. It's not Indonesian. That's looks like Thai writing or something. Okay. Kenya. That's so cool. Love it. You guys are sweet. Have a wonderful evening. Yes, I'm married. The music you're listening to in the background is what I like. House. I do play piano. All this stuff I did here, I produced. This channel is actually production. So I teach how to make stuff like this. And oddly enough, when I was teaching music, I did not teach. I sort of taught production. Only when people asked me questions on how to do it. That's a question that I should not talk about on here, and it's not allowed. Conversations like that should not be placed on here. Thank you. Thank you. Real entertainment. Everybody's coming in. This was so weird. Everybody just randomly showed up, and now it's that Karen cut? No, I don't do any Karen. I do my own hair. And who are you? I don't need to speak to anybody's manager. My husband works for CBS News. So, we're good. Thank you, though. And I'm not, you guys, just because that's a very strange and odd question. I wonder if I should. It's a bit, let me just see quickly. Who's John? Let's remove. Okay. Let's see. Report. So I have control over my page, by the way. So if people try to disrupt and say things that are and I don't care what anybody says, I actually like my hair. I don't pay people to do anything for me. I don't pay people to produce my own music. Everything you see over here, the drawings, the designs, the artwork, I also paint. Karens, I don't know. Unfortunately, you're speaking to the wrong person because I don't live in the United States like that. I haven't lived here my whole life. Sounds like somebody's more racist than me because that is a racist behavior and remark. But I paint too, so I did a whole thing on this car. Still needs some work. Detailed painting. Okay. So I'm what you call a multimedia artist. Okay, let's see, is that person gone? Hopefully they have been removed. Okay. Oh my gosh, report. No, I'm not racist. Are you racist? Why would I be racist if my mom is mixed? I never grew up like that. I do think that there are people on here that might be. I'm not saying anybody is, hopefully not, but I've experienced it. I mean, why would I be racist? That would be absolutely ridiculous. Definitely not. My husband's Cambodian. I mean, he's Asian. I don't get it. And this is my mother. I think somebody said something like Karen, which is a word that is used in the United States for somebody that might be, but I'm not. Definitely not the case. Okay, so I'm going to get back to work on my piece. Good. See, I think, you know what I think? I think everybody's mixed. I don't think there is one person that is not mixed on this planet. We're not, I mean, if you want to get into the subject of mixed, there is not one person that is one identity. And if there is, then I'm very surprised. Maybe the royal family, the British royal family, who knows? But there are people who are mixed there too. The fourth dimension, yes. No, you're not. I don't think that I said that. I said somebody on here was saying something like the word Karen, which is a word and terminology that somebody in the United States would say to somebody who might be. I don't know, but I'm definitely not. I liked this sub. Yeah, I want to show you my mom. If you go to one of my I don't know why I need to verify my identity. I think that's absolutely redonkulous, but it's like people are in disbelief. Okay, let's see a picture of my mom. Those are my parents. So if I was, why would my mom be like that? It was somebody, yeah, there was somebody on here that I think it was I think I blocked the person, which is too weird. So yeah, it's a term. I think I don't know who came up with it, but it's a term that if you're like doing something that's like not good and you're trying to provoke somebody that didn't do anything, that's a Karen. It could be a guy or a girl. That's what I think. And the person that's provoking the question might have been a Karen itself, himself, herself, whatever you want to call it. So that's my depiction on that word. That word is like, even though it's a person's name, if you know what's going on in the United States, there's all sorts of weird stuff that's happening. Yes, Karen, that is the new term that they're now using. It's kind of weird. So that's, yeah, I'm trying to get into the song. The track that I produced, I have words and lyrics that I was going to complete. That's my family. Okay. So yeah, I didn't just grow up in the United States. I grew up in South Africa. I grew up in Japan. I've said this on many, many occasions. I grew up in, and I'm older. I'm like in my 40s, hey? So that's the whole thing, right? And I prefer, you know, I was doing the TikTok lives. I still can do them, but it's just, I don't know. I just feel like there's more things going on there than there are maybe on this particular platform. I do like being on here, which is why I spend time daily getting on here and doing this, because it helps me kind of stay focused, and it's more of a professional background. So, oops, oh, I think YouTube is very professional. Hopefully that's the case. Well, why would you say I would be, though? I mean, I don't know what the person was even kind of questioning. When I said I was mixed, I was mixed. I really mean it. So I can't possibly be of what it is other people are trying to say. There is nothing there. So there you have it. If people are judging against the color of the skin, most likely that's what the problem is, yes. That's a no-go. And on my page, it's not allowed. I'm all about global intention and helping people understand cultural backgrounds. That's what I'm about. Nihongo arimasu ka, which is Japanese. Do you speak Japanese? Or hajimemashite, how are you? Okay, so I lived in Japan. I spoke Japanese fluently. Okay, so if I was only in America living here for most of my life, I probably would not know or pick up anything like that. I'd be living in my backyard, which I don't do. I've never lived that long and that much in one country, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's basically it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and right. So just because you live so what I'm saying is, just because one lives in the United States, this is a good question. I like having this conversation. Just because one lives in the United States doesn't mean everybody comes from the United States. Hi, how are you, Mazi? Now, for some reason, when you spoke to me the other day, it was in a different language. Was that, did you change the track? That was so weird. I was reading it in, I think it was probably something else. Hi, how are you? How are you? Eek my hair? Yeah, I cut my hair. I like my hair like this. It's summer here right now. Thank you. Yeah, I know. I used to wear my it was because I just wasn't in the mood to cut my own hair. So I decided I needed to do it again. I was bleaching it. You see all this stuff that's coming out? I'm growing my hair out. I'm not going to dye it for a while. It was destroying my roots for a little bit. So I have to rejuvenate the roots before I try doing anything else. And the best way to do that is to trim off the damaged hair. And then, yeah. But I have to, you know, it goes in a gradual step. It's not an instant thing. I do. I mean, you know why I like a fringe? Because then I don't have to worry about getting it out of my face. It's short. I've left it alone, you know? Yeah. And then it just grows out by itself, so we're good. How are you? Oh, Noah, how are you? Yes. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm still trying to work on this, the lyrics. I'm still stuck on the lyric problem. But I can see more people want to talk on here, so I'm talking now. Someone has written something in Russian. I just replied. I know Russian because I... Oh, well, that would explain... Now, the question is, was that... When you were speaking to me the last time, I know you might have changed the name, I don't know. There was another language spoken on here, and I was trying to figure out what it was. It was very strange. So, yeah. So, let's let everybody know where everybody's from. This is cool. Everybody's from all over the world. So, I like talking to people from an international background, as I say every time, because I grew up overseas. I didn't grow up in the States most of my life. I grew up in Asia and Africa. So that was my experience as a person. Oh, you don't remember? Yeah. It was very weird. It was like I was having a conversation. I know it was you, but then I was like, wait a minute. I can't read that. So it could have been translated or somebody translated. I don't know. It's very interesting. So what is it everybody wants to talk about today? Yes, that's so cool. I'm loving hearing Poland is great. Honestly, I've never, in fact, my dad's family, genetically we're from, I think, Polish from that side. So my grandmother's side moved from Poland, obviously during the you-know-what times, that stuff that happened in Germany. We're not going to talk about that. And they fled from there, from Poland, and then straight down to the United States. So that's how my dad's side came from that situation. And then my mom's side she was the first to move to the United States. So I suppose I would be second generation South African from her side. What flavor? I don't eat a lot of ice cream. Oh, I like green tea ice cream. If I do eat it, it's going to be green tea ice cream. So I'm all Asian. I like my Japanese desserts. Yes. Have you tried omochi? Have you eaten green tea ice cream with omochi, like the frozen omochi on top? It's so good. That would be the only ice cream I would eat. I don't eat the other stuff. So yeah. Yeah. I'm a combination of things, right? I sort of teach, but I teach, but I don't teach like I used to. I'm like a little bit more, itchy nose. I do more than just teaching. That's why I don't want to put myself as a teacher, quote unquote, because that is not necessarily, I'm more of an artist than an actual, I teach, sure. Oh, you don't have to be here. I haven't said to stay. You're welcome to go. I really don't mind, honestly. I appreciate people who appreciate, I don't have to sit and play music every day because it is my channel, so I can decide what to do with it, right? Is it somebody? I think it's you. Let's see. Sorry. Give me a second. Report. There we go. Harassment and bullying. There we go. It's a pity. It's a great shame. Okay, and then there. Let's see if that helps. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to eliminate the people that are being a little weird, okay? I could invite my friends over shortly to participate in being a moderator, but I'm trying very hard to just be, you know, this is a place for pleasant talk. It's not a place for strange conversations and people's abrupt behavior. I think that is maybe a younger generation thing. Not really, you know, I mean, I'm a little bit older, so I'm a little bit more conservative in how I want to go about speaking and communicating, right? Like, kindness goes a long way and misbehavior doesn't do anything. Oh, my English, well, I don't know. I mean, is it like a it's a mixed English? It's a mixed English. I don't know what you want to call it. So yeah. Oops. Keyboard's back on. So I could play some music. Oh, the person is still here. Did I get the wrong person? Somebody is sending some pretty yucky messages because it looks like YouTube is still reporting these messages. It's so weird. Sorry guys, I don't mean to be, I'm watching what everybody's saying and I have to be very cautious on here as to what people are saying. It's you know, if I'm going to talk, I'm going to make sure everybody is safe and protected and not strange conversation is happening, right? So yeah. Are you guys seeing these messages? There's somebody that's like, oh, you probably don't see it. I'm seeing it on my side. This message is held for review. Like, it's been happening a lot today, so I'm just keeping an eye on that. Yes, I agree. Yes, we have to eliminate. Exactly. I'm watching, so I'm keeping an eye on this wall. So that's why my face is so close. My apologies. Thank you. Well, you know, I think it's important for people right now in the United States, okay, on a political level, there is so much stuff that's going on that's separating and segregating people. Just this is why I'm bringing it up. Like South Africa. South Africa had gone through this for a long time, but this is not, I don't think it's necessarily politically induced. I think it's a combination of things. And there's just a lot of things that are happening now. So people are being harassed for being a certain color, which is absolutely, and that's probably why I'm trying to talk about this. Like, I'm going to talk through this because I think this is where the misunderstanding comes in, is that not everybody's lived in the United States. And not everybody is from the United States. And the people who come over from overseas don't know what's going on, like, necessarily. When you land over to the States, you see all these things. My poor husband has been, because of the way he looks, people are mistreating him. So I'm also very upset about that. And it makes me very mad to see this kind of stuff actually happening still. I would think that we're past this phase, right? It's important for people to have an understanding because we want to move past all the hate. We don't want to be there anymore. We want to move beyond that so we can all understand each other. I don't know why people have to do who's segregating? I'm not segregating. I'm actually trying to bring people together, which is why it's important to talk about this now, okay? And I was focusing on working on the music. That's important, and the music does bring people together, but there's still a misconception as to just like types of music. Like, why can't we all listen and enjoy all types of music? I mean, right? That's the whole thing. I don't know country music. I don't know why, I don't listen to that stuff. That's another reason why I was like, I have to get off TikTok, because there's too much country. I was like, I can't handle it. It's not me. I like my R&B and I like my hip hop and I like, all the old school stuff. I don't know about the new stuff, but the old school stuff I like. And then my Japanese pop and then the K-pop and all that. Oh yeah. Sorry. See, I'm flustered because the person that came on earlier was like saying stupid stuff. Anyway. I know. And I know. Oh yeah, wow, on your side? Okay. You should go to, if it's bedtime, you must go to sleep. But I like that you guys are coming over and visiting. Yes. Yes, it is. And this is what's going on right now here in the United States, unfortunately. And this is why I feel it's important to talk about this. Hopefully, even though I might not make one change, it might bring people together and perhaps think about how they go about dealing. It's absolutely true. This is 100% correct, and thank you for saying that, because that is the point. The point is, it is not fair. And I had to grow up in a family, you saw my mom, okay? So I was raised by somebody who had been dealing with that situation for her whole life. And then she married my dad, who's a little bit lighter skinned, right? But his family is from like Poland and all that stuff. And they were escaping a whole different story from Germany. So there's history about the world. And the world, this is why you don't want to have another thing that had happened back there. We're trying to, or at least I'm trying to make sure that if I'm communicating, it's going to help open up the awareness. Because I was not raised to see, I was raised in a situation where my poor mom had to deal with that kind of stuff, right? And I did too, because people didn't understand the situation. And they couldn't comprehend how this possibly was a thing. Let me show you. So my experience has been, like my whole life has been like this. And my whole life I've been dealing with this question like for a long time. And I'm like, finally, now is the time to actually say something, right? This is important. So I feel as if this is why I'm sort of bringing it up, because I do feel like it's a thing. It's a thing. And the song I'm debating, is the song going to be about the separation of people, or is it going to be a love story, or I don't know what it's going to be. So in my head, I'm still, yes. And that is why, and I agree. And South Africa is the same way. Well, for a long time it wasn't, honestly. For a long time there was still, like Nelson Mandela was a great, great, great president. Even though he had gone through his own experiences, he came out of that experience and turned it around into a positive instead of making it a negative. So there are good people out there that are trying their best to help and understand and explain to people why it's time to just become aware and open-minded about people in general. Because the person or the people who are being angry about the diversification of the world are the people that are still not sure about themselves, and they're unsure why they're probably mad, or maybe they were raised in a situation where this was an okay thing. I don't know. So it's I do think that social media, like I said, like the last live I did, that I feel like social media should be that platform for discussion and to bring awareness. Whether people appreciate it or don't appreciate it is up to them, but I do feel as if that is a conversation of great importance. It really is. I'll just, there. Okay, so my mom, I think she was going through something there. She had her chemo and all that stuff. My grandmother, my mom, and then her aunt. So my mom In the middle, my grandmother and my grandmother's sister next to her. Okay. This is in South Africa. I don't know. Oh, no. They came to visit in the United States. So that was in the United States. But yeah. This is my mom. Where? And they all look mixed. Like, you would think, where is she from? Those are my cousins and my aunts and my uncles, biological. Okay, so I come from a family that does not discriminate. So I don't know. Yes. I don't have a PlayStation 5. I don't play video games. I used to when I was younger, but I think I've grown out of that, and my kind of interest is music and composing. I feel as if that's my direction. Yeah, it's good. I think it's not just the memory. It's important for people to be conscious about these kind of things, you know. Like I said, this is the time that this is the time that people should talk about it, because I've grown up in a situation where people would always tell me what I was, but I know that whatever they think is because that's how they grew up and they learned. How are you? Oh, you're so kind. Well, I appreciate, you know what, I appreciate you guys communicating on this platform, because on most of occasions, people would kind of, like TikTok, TikTok is special. I'm not sure about TikTok. I'm still wary about it. Hello, Aaliyah. Oh, very nice. I like the name. I also like the singer that had the same name. She was also very good. Do you know the singer that had the same name? I think she even spelled it the same way too. It's so cool. So yeah, I think if anything comes out of this channel, I want it to be an experience that people experience talking and having a discussion on identity. You know, when I did my master's was all about identity and the topic of family trees and history and never forgetting about the past and all that stuff. So I feel, yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, so I feel like this is why I might be doing this, is that because YouTube is a global platform, and it probably is a very hard discussion to have, and I'm sure a lot of people are not talking about it. I feel it is, because I did my master's on this, my responsibility to partake in helping making people understand stuff. Like, I don't know if it's completely going to help, but yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you do. I mean, Aaliyah's so great. See you later. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for popping over. Very much appreciate you guys. I really do. I really do. And I just feel like, you know, the more I talk about global discussion and global identity, I feel as if you guys appreciate it. I don't know for sure if everybody does, but I think those who understand will understand why I'm doing it, maybe, sort of. You know, I started off with the music, but I think this is also an important element for growth, right? So yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, earlier there were two people that were a little, I think that's why I kind of swiveled into the discussion of don't judge a book by its cover. Because there were two people on here that I had to kind of like really assess, that were starting to sound like they were going to be a little bit more disrespectful, and treat it as a space to be allowed to talk about that kind of conversation without it being monitored. Now I can monitor on my side, which is the other point, right? So this is why I have to get close now to look at it so I can monitor, because my eyesight, I mean, I can't reach out. This is my phone that I'm using. So I have to monitor my space, you know, because I don't know, lately it's been very interesting. As I said, my husband's been going through his own problems. So I'm like, I want people to know that, you know, this is a place of free speech. It is. It's a place of free speech. We are allowed to say how we feel to an extent, right? YouTube is very meticulous on what you have to kind of stick to, which is important. But as long as it's part of an educational kind of experience and it's helping people understand, I think it's more or less okay. Oh, I so appreciate, and they're so different. I do too many different things. I don't just stick to one thing. So I appreciate that. I like that you guys are seeing that, you know, one day it could be a painting day. Another day it could be a music day. Another day it could be a sewing day. Another day I'm probably building something. So lately it's been talking, because I feel as if everybody wants to have a conversation. So I'm having a conversation now. But yeah, you guys can let me know what kind of things you'd like to see on the lives. I can definitely, you know, do that kind of stuff. I absolutely don't mind swiveling and trying new concepts. I did try doing the music and the art together, but it was like, it was a little hard because I had to kind of like get two things together at once. I mean, it's doable. It is doable. Yeah. I appreciate you guys coming over. I do. I really do. I don't know if you guys are watching any of the videos, if you're learning anything from there, or if you really just enjoy coming over and talking. I think maybe talking is good. I try to keep it consistent on here because I like you guys too. I really do. Like, sincerely like you guys. You guys are so awesome. You're like family now for me, right? I just wish I could see you guys. So I can see the names. Fantastic, Aaliyah. It was wonderful meeting you. Thank you for popping over again. And yes, that name is very cool. Very cool. And your parents gave you the same spelling too, which is even awesomer. That's super cool. I think that's how she spells it. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate, you know, I think the space, you know, and I've been redecorating. So the pieces on the wall were actually, I think they were red before. So I switched it around and I thought I needed some more of this color to open up the room space, because it's a very small space. It's not a huge space. So I split the room up. I should organize my fashion stuff. I need to work on that some more. So one day I might just walk to this section and you guys can see me doing some sewing. So I kind of dabble with a few things, you know? But that's... Have a wonderful day, Aaliyah. Thank you so much for popping over. I absolutely appreciate it. I really do. I'm not going to be on for much longer. Today I wanted to work on... I need to work on my lyrics. I'm still trying to think on how to do this. Is it important for people to hear lyrics that are identity questions, or is it important for people to hear about a woman of music, or is it important for people to hear a story of a couple? I don't know. Like, I'm still debating. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So this is like a brainstorming moment. It's like, what, and then I can always go back and relearn what I said, which is important. When I was teaching more music and stuff, I would always tell the students, remember to record yourself, because the recordings of whatever it is you're doing at the time, you can go back and rewatch and then learn from your mistakes and then work on it for a better kind of situation the next time around. So I feel as if these are helping through conversation. I was never a good conversationist. I mean, I'm very, very shy, and I'm so, like, I'm so antisocial. It's like, for me, I'm like coming out of my shell talking to you guys. I cannot, but I can learn them. I can. I have heard that. And may I ask why there are more people from India on here? This is what I want to know. What is the reason? Well, what about Indonesia? Like, why just India? Why not, like, what, can I ask more about why? I mean, okay, population-wise, possibly, right? I just don't know. Is it the technology in India, maybe? I mean, I don't, like, these are all the questions. Did you miss me that much that you had to, you're so funny. You're back. That is so cute. Thank you for coming back. Yeah, I'm curious. This is not the first time somebody has said that. So I would like to know why that is. Why less production? I mean, you know, I think it's not just that. I think there are a lot of people that are interested in music, but I think what happens is people are generally filming their hands. So the people who are successfully making it in music, people are watching their hands move, right? They're learning, and you're angling the camera in a certain way. That's okay. As long as your parents know that you're here and you're talking to me. I just want to make sure it's a safe place for everybody. That's the most important part, right? Is I want to make sure everybody feels safe and your parents are like know that you're in a safe space. I did put the age to about 16, but I think maybe YouTube realizes that it's an all-around family kind of situation, so it should be okay. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, I want this particular page to be a global page. I don't want it just to be one type of genre. That's why I think I'm kind of doing it the way I'm doing it. It's for everybody. And maybe not everybody agrees, but it's okay. I think it's important that one person, or whoever else is doing this kind of stuff, is here to just try a new angle, right? That's like an important part. So yeah. Okay, folks, I'm gonna head on out. I'm still brainstorming this song. It's becoming stressful because I can't think of what I'm gonna write. But I am talking through some ideas, so this might be helpful. I think that's the starting point of writing lyrics, is talking through it, analyzing it, assessing, and then writing down some ideas. It's like writing a book. It's the same type of thing, then you're just eliminating. So this is a brainstorming moment for me. Okay, folks, I really, really appreciate you guys popping over. Absolutely loved chatting. I will be back tomorrow since I love talking to you guys. Hopefully I'll have something down. And then I have my Poshmark live show tomorrow where I sell clothing. I do have another one, which is Whatnot, but I hardly do the Whatnots, and I know Whatnot is more global. Not TikTok. Poshmark is a local, like an American thing. So Whatnot is more global. So you can have clothing that's sent over internationally on Whatnot. And then you have places like Etsy. I don't know. I think Etsy is not growing the way I think it should. I think Etsy is not doing like the lives. I think if they were doing the lives and people could meet the artists, they might have something there, but it was built and structured before all of that was happening. So it's a little behind in technology, in my personal opinion. Just saying. Just getting it out there. But all the other platforms, when you're selling stuff, you can actually do these kind of like lives and then sell on the lives. And I know that YouTube has a store set up according to the amounts of people that are joining you on your page to set up a shop. So once I get to that stage, I could sell stuff on here to anywhere in the world. Hopefully it's not that complicated with shipping. And then it becomes like a super cool space, right? Because then I can use my art or paint. And then if somebody sees a painting, they say, oh, we like that piece, can you sell it to me? Then I can sell the painting right on the live, and then it's shipped off the same day or whatever it is. So I think that's why I'm liking this. I'm not sure how TikTok works. I know they have the store. I was invited to do the store there. But I don't know. It seems like it's a little all over the place there. I'm not, business structure wise, I'm not sure. So I'm still kind of wary. Which is why I think I'm really wanting to dedicate my time to you guys, because this seems to feel, it feels right. You know when you feel like an app or a platform and the platform feels right for you? This feels like the right platform, if you know what I mean. The other ones, I'm not, like, I'm doing the Facebook thing, but I don't know. It's a bit different. And my partner doesn't seem to have an issue with YouTube, so we're gonna stick with the YouTube. Okay, thank you, love you, and leave you guys right now. I'm gonna have to go and finish up my Poshmark, and then I have a Poshmark show tomorrow, so I need to set up my space to sell clothing. And I will speak to you guys tomorrow. I'll be back before my Poshmark show. And this has helped me kind of assess what really needs to be talked about in a song. Like, is it going to be about the discrepancies of society, or is it going to be about experiences? I don't know. It could be a combination of things, but I think it's important to talk about what's going on right now. So I might do it from that perspective. Okay, folks. As I would say, arigatou gozaimashita, matashita sayonara, and jane bye-bye. I'll see you guys in the next one, which is tomorrow. Same time, I'll be back. Okay, bye. Thank you again. Love you guys. Bye.